Hello and welcome back to another video. I actually lost the recording for the first one. So there was supposed to be an episode where I got the sheep. I set up, I have my little hut. Actually, yeah. And then I started on this. Hang on, which one of these is the quest book? That's the quest book. This one. Okay. This is called the Pizza Sim Challenge for Minecraft. I made it myself. I started setting up for phase or night 1. Then night 2 is moving on, but I did set up a entrance area over here, the dining room, then the kitchen, and then back room over there. I actually am going to switch out the stone for concrete. I did farming off camera, so I have some stuff. If you can hear my dog barking, or my mom's dog barking in the background, I am sorry. I cannot stop him. But yes, this is Max. He's my big boy. And then I have Molly, who trades wool, which is just normal wool, and then the wool these little guys give. Because I don't think I can actually get normal wool with this mod. And I use it to mark out where, yeah, ignore the sheep bugging. They just randomly do that. So, yeah. I'm not actually sure what to start doing. Help, I'm stuck. Okay. But, yeah, I'm going to be doing some building on camera. Not sure if that's a good idea. But I do plan on doing some building on camera. If y'all want, you can tell me in the comments if you prefer I do it off camera, which I can only pause recording. I can't, I don't edit anything, so if I make a mistake, it's in. But my last recording ended up, I sneezed halfway through, tried to pause the recording, missed the button, didn't realize I missed the button, and ended up just having a sneeze and then stuff in the background, because I stopped talking because I thought it was between recordings. So, yeah. Oop, and I'm out of pickaxe. A very large bug just hit my window. But I do plan on doing a lot on camera. I'm just not sure how much on camera. Oh, and I'm going to go through the side quests, I'm not going to read them, but I am going to flip through them, so if you have any ideas on more side quests, because I plan on doing an episode where I do the main quest, then an episode where I do a side quest or two, depending on which ones I do. So this is going to take a second because I have quite a few, and I'm trying to make it where you can actually pause. Here we go. It's actually been a minute since I've gone through all the side quests by myself, so I'm not too sure what all is there anymore. But I have my little farm down there. And these sheep, I can't actually breed. Like, they're stuck. That one's stuck as a baby so far. But yeah, I'm going to quietly do this. I just realized my clicking is probably picking up on camera. Hope y'all don't mind the clicking. I was trying to go faster, but it wouldn't go faster. Also, if anyone has any good ideas, or not good ideas, well, if you have any good ideas for anything for this series, just let me know. But I was going to say, if you have any recommendations on recording software, that would be nice, because I have a screen recorder, called FreeCam. I think FreeCam 8. And it works. I just don't really have a recording light on it. So I don't know when it's recording and when it's not. I just kind of have to hope I don't press the wrong buttons. And that's it. I gotta hope I don't press the wrong buttons, and that's it. Nope. Give it back. Ugh. I need to, like, do stacks at a time. How long is this going to take? Now that I have a cramp in my hand. Back to mining. Also, this is in peaceful, so I'm not, like, surviving nights and stuff. If you want to do that, you can use the security office to survive literal Minecraft nights in. Now I need the other block. Mistakes have been made. Got tweaking sheep. really does take a while. I wish I could just hold shift. But no. I have to do them individually. Also, if any of you think that I could have a better setup here in my, a better setup in my my NPCs. There we go. That's what they're called. Fell off. Why am I so fast? What mod makes me extra speedy? Or was I sprinting? Also, if y'all want the mod pack that I made, I can list the mods. But for now, I'm not going to because that'd take forever. I have quite a few. But this is coming together finally. The worst part is I want to use different floorings. I want to make it fancy. Which is going to take even longer. Oof. I am going to go mining some more. And I don't know why I planted the other stuff. I'm in Peaceful. I had a mod that was Hunger in Peaceful. But it was, everything had 1 bar of hunger when you ate, so it was like trying to eat nothing but melons. The potatoes can stay and the carrots can stay. Anything else can... I don't know just yet. Go in this chest. Cause... what? No. Part of... this is going to be needing to set up a menu. Or at least that's one of the side quests, if I'm not mistaken. Is it gonna be a normal Freddy's menu? No, but I mean, granted, have you seen the menus in Security Breach? Oily beans. There's just oily beans. Like a bowl of kale, I think. Which, I mean, if you want to eat just a bowl of kale, sure, but why would you go to a Freddy's location to get a bowl of kale? Who goes to a Freddy Fazbear's for a bowl of kale? Ooh. Ta-da! Layer 2 is done. Now, to explain what these holes are, I'm going to have a hallway, probably there, another room there. I don't know what it is going to be yet, but I want to put Fox's area over there, because that's a side quest. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's a side quest. Yes. Yes. This unlocks Mangle. Yeah. Where do I unlock Foxy? How the fuck do I unlock Foxy? Well, I'll worry about that later, I guess. I made this myself, so I get to iron out the kinks. Why is there a bunny in there? Oh wait, you blink. You blink, you're so cute. Oh my goodness. You know what, you get to stay. Pretty sure the bunny can hop out, but that's fine. It wasn't a bunny pin anyway. This would be so much harder if I had to go find everything I needed for concrete, because I don't actually know how to craft concrete. My hut's weird as shit. Also, still have no idea how to use this thing. It's like a crafting table, but I don't think I can craft anything out of dirt with it. All of my building supplies. I am going to let this smelt and probably work on that a little bit by myself. I have somewhat of an update. Can I see it? Partially. Tall wall. And I've started digging out the floor. I still have those there to mark where the animatronics go. I will fix that when I get to it. But yeah, I have almost the whole second layer done. Yeah, that's about it. I did some more mining, did some more farming. It's quite slow. If any of you know how to speed up the process, or any ideas, because this is like tediously slow. Which I don't mind tedious, it's just I know that's not gonna make a very good video. And this video is already gonna be pretty short because of the tedious process. I'll finish the rest of it off camera, but for now, I got sheep. I got sheep. I'll shear the sheep. I'll probably catch some more sheep. Meh. Woo. Anyways, I'm going to continue this off camera. If anything interesting happens, I'll be back.
I say upcoming, knowing full well that in a few short weeks this video will be outdated by the movie, but hey, that's how YouTube works. I can't sit on this video forever. Most people know the story by heart, and it's important to cover the origins of the franchise, because I think that understanding the author is one of the best ways to start looking into the meaning of a piece of art. Scott Cawthon released several failed indie games before Five Nights at Freddy's, most of them using simple yet stylized graphics that look straight out of the early 90s. Something that's brought up a lot is that Scott is a devout Christian, and so his games featured themes that you would find in works created by religious people. I don't think that's actually an important part of the story of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I'm going to call FNAF from now on, because that's just way too long of a title to keep saying. I think the internet just likes highlighting Scott as being religious, because it makes the turn from bright and chipper games he used to make to the dark and legitimately disturbing FNAF all the more drastic, dramatic. Of course, I don't want to undercut the role that God plays in the works created by faithful people. I think a lot of religious people would say that God is present in all of their creative endeavors. But it's so weird to me that people label Scott as a Christian when so many creators, especially here in America, are Christian. I've never seen a video essay about Skyrim open by discussing how Todd Howard is Catholic. I just think it's wild when people are discussing FNAF theories, someone will say, well, you know, Scott is Christian, as if the vast, vast majority of art people consume isn't made by a religious person. Anyway, the game he made right before FNAF is actually called Chipper and Sons Lumber Company. See, that's why I described his older games as Chipper. This is a pun. But before Scott made Chipper and Sons, he created a much darker game in 2012 called The Desolate Hope. This game is intentionally dark, frighteningly dark. Scott didn't go from VeggieTales to child murder. He was a normal adult creator who made some games for kids and some games for older people. Again, I think the focus on Scott's past is meant to point to FNAF being this breaking point, where he was so desperate with one final chance for success that he let the inner darkness of his soul come out to make this horrific experience. But I honestly don't think it was that dramatic. A major criticism of Chipper and Sons was that the characters looked like scary animatronics, and so Scott decided his next game would have intentionally scary animatronics. I don't think Scott was waving his fist in the air saying, if this is what you want, I'll show you scary. I think he did what he would continue to do while making the FNAF series. He made his next game using the feedback he got from his previous game. And so Five Nights at Freddy's was born, a horror game about demonic-looking animatronics right out of your 1980s Chuck E. Cheese-inspired nightmares. Like Slender, the 8 pages before it, FNAF became a favorite among YouTube Let's Players because it gave them plenty of opportunities to scream loudly at the camera to entertain their viewers.
What the? You okay?
The game became very popular after being picked up by big Let's Players like Markiplier. It sold enough copies that Scott could quit his day job and develop games as a career. I don't think Scott made this game with YouTubers in mind. I think it was a happy accident. But that's not to take away from what made the original FNAF really great. FNAF is this weird mix of many video game genres that has never really existed before. You don't move in the game, you just sit in one office, which is really just a stretched JPEG that's been given a cylinder shape so you can look side to side and be given the illusion of depth. The only thing you can do is look at security cameras and close 2 doors on either side of you. It's not exactly a survival horror game, it's not exactly a tower defense, it's not exactly point and click, it's not exactly a game of Pac-Man. It's a weird combination of all of those things. Let me set the stage for you. Pun definitely intended. In Five Nights at Freddy's, you play as a security guard in a fictionalized version of Chuck E. Cheese. They got arcade machines, they got pizza, they got animatronics that sing and entertain the kids, and they got animatronics that sing and terrify the kids. Just how it is. You have to stay there from midnight until 6 a.m. and just watch the building. But soon you learn that you're not there to keep vandals and burglars out. You're there because of the animatronics. Every night you hear a recorded message from the previous nighttime guard over the phone, which led the community to dub this character Phone Guy. Phone Guy explains that the animatronics have to walk around occasionally to prevent their servos from locking up, and that they can't do it during the day because in the past letting them walk around led to the bite of 87, in which someone lost the frontal lobe of their brain. The animatronics have some level of artificial intelligence, and Phone Guy says that if they see you, they'll probably think you're an endoskeleton in need of a mascot suit. So they'll drag you to the back room and stuff you into a spare suit, which would kill you. The game, then, is to survive until 6 a.m. by warding off characters and protecting yourself from them using strategy and techniques that you learn through trial and error, with some hints from Phone Guy. You survive 5 nights, get a paycheck, and the game ends. That's the basis of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just pattern recognition, a creepy atmosphere, and some subtle lore and lots of jump scares, which made it the perfect game to play for a YouTube channel. It's one thing to play the game and slowly learn how to beat each night in best each animatronic, but when you do, you get frustrated every time you die because you just don't know why. The game's not great at communicating exactly what you're supposed to be doing, which led to a lot of myths and legends at the time about easy ways to best certain characters like Foxy. But if you're watching somebody play, not only do you get to watch them figure it out on their own, but when they die, it's not frustrating, it's hilarious. They scream and make funny sounds.
Hey! God, this night is almost forever!
And of course, all the boring parts will be edited out, so you just get a smooth, engaging narrative of your favorite screaming YouTube boy fighting his way through each night.
Where's Ducky? Where's Mr. Salmon? No Ducky there.
FNAF is a great game mechanically, but in its essence, it's actually better as a video. The fun puzzle parts are still fun because you, the viewer, still get to figure them out, and the frustrating failures are fun because you're not the one failing. Again, I think it's accurate to say the game is accidentally great for Let's Plays, and that's one reason that people love it. But the other reason is the lore I mentioned earlier, the bite of 87, the lived-in feeling of the building and the history it implies. Nowadays, we might say it has the essence of a liminal space. We see a party room, empty, with hats set up for a party that you aren't going to attend. You're seeing something outside of its normal context, and for some reason, you find that creepy. There's also newspapers on the wall you can read that tell a very vague but also easy to decipher story. The original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was shut down because 5 children went missing inside, but their bodies were never found. Kids vanished at local pizzeria, bodies not found. 2 local children were reportedly lured into a back room during the late hours of operation at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza on the night of June 26th, while video surveillance identified the man responsible and led to his capture the following morning. The children themselves were never found and are presumed dead. Police think that the suspect dressed as a company mascot to earn the children's trust. 5 children now reported missing. Suspect convicted. 5 children are now linked to the incident at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where a man dressed as a cartoon mascot lured them into a back room. While the suspect has been charged, the bodies themselves were never found. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has been fighting an uphill battle ever since to convince families to return to the pizzeria. It's a tragedy. Local pizzeria threatened with shutdown over sanitation. Local pizzeria, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, has been threatened again with shutdown by the health department over reports of foul odor coming from the much-loved animal mascots. Police were contacted when parents reportedly noticed what appeared to be blood and mucus around the eyes and mouths of the mascots. One parent likened them to reanimated carcasses. Local pizzeria is set to close by year's end. After a long struggle to stay in business after the tragedy that took place there many years ago, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has announced that it will close by year's end. Despite a year-long search for a buyer, companies seem unwilling to be associated with the company. These characters will live on in the hearts of kids. These characters will live on. CEO. So yeah, the killers stuffed their bodies in the suits, and now they're haunted. Pretty straightforward. I wouldn't say that this is so much hidden lore as it is subtext. You're supposed to understand what the newspapers are implying. Also, fun fact, recording this is the first time I noticed that last quote, these characters will live on in the hearts of kids, these characters will live on. It's a joke because the characters are going to live on because they're possessed and they're ghosts. I get it now. The events described in these newspapers are referred to by fans as the Missing Children's Incident, or the MCI. This will go on to be the basis and the catalyst for everything that happens in the story. And because of that, all of the details surrounding it are extremely important. The newspapers explained that cameras picked up someone in mascot suit, luring children into a back room. This happened in June, and the next day after the camera footage was observed, the guy was arrested. But even then, the bodies were never found. We know, and we can assume that they were stuffed into the suits. That's why it's the missing of children incident, and not the dead children incident. There's some speculation about when this occurred, but basically everyone agrees it was 1985. The newspaper specifies the month of June, and the 1985 number comes from the books that describe the incident, as well as the fact that based on later games in the series, we know it takes place between 1983 and 1987. So 1985 is the date of the missing of children incident, which from now on I will refer to as the MCI. Besides the minimal story, jump scares, and gameplay, the main take people had back in the day was how silly it was for our main character security